And the Bright Spark headline is not the only positive one for Greg Combet this morning. Bob Hawke has ignited some leadership speculation as well.
Yes. Well, that's according to Julie Bishop, though. Julie Bishop has told Samantha Maiden from the News Limited papers that Bob Hawke was at a function in Perth and was readily spruiking Greg Combet's leadership credentials. And it was suggested that he actually said that Julia Gillard wouldn't go the distance. Now, he has denied that. And early this morning on Laurie Oakes' interview, Julia Gillard also said that she and Bob had a bit of a...
We'll have a listen to what Julia Gillard had to say, and we'll come back to this. Yep. Here's the Nine Network.
Well, as it happens, Laurie, I had breakfast with Bob Hawke yesterday and we were laughing together about Julie Bishop's endeavours to spin this story. So Bob and I having a good old chuckle over some yoghurt and fruit yesterday morning.
Mr Hawke, though, has confirmed that he does expect Greg Combet to be your successor. Now, Greg Combet's older than you, so that doesn't suggest Hawke thinks you're around for the long haul.
I think Bob Hawke would happily confirm that he's a fan of Greg Combet, and no wonder. Greg Combet is a very, very talented man, and I've recognised those talents and put him in charge of a very big area of policy for the nation.
Nikki, it's not hard to get a conversation started in this country about whether Julia Gillard will go the distance.
Certainly not, and I think Bob has been out there before saying very similar things. In fact, he was caught at Canberra Airport whispering in Daryl Millam's ear a while ago about how he thought Julia might not be quite up to the mark.
He denied that too. He denied the interpretation of that too.
Well, of course he would. What else was he going to say publicly? But I do know, Barry, that he has been telling other people this, and I think you might have heard it too.
If Bob Hawke is a gambler, of course, so if he genuinely believes that Greg Combet has a chance to take over leadership before the next election, have a look at what the bookies are saying. And there's Bill Shorten at favourite at $2, Julia Gillard at $2.50, and if he wants to bet on Greg Combet, he can get $12. If he gets in fast before he rebuilds it, well, he's about to be a very prominent minister, Laura.
He's about to be a very prominent minister, and I think you can't underestimate his political selling skills. So I think the interesting thing about this is everybody keeps mentioning Bill Shorten.
Especially Bill Shorten.
And his favourite with the bookmakers.
Well, there might be a bit of Bill Shorten money on there.
but I think we all know that the contest ultimately is going to be between Bill Shorten and Greg Combet. They're the two front runners for who becomes the next leader. The question is there any real likelihood at this point that this will be before the next election? And I think that I still can't see that Labor could do that and credibly hope to win with a new leader again.
I wonder, though, with all seriousness, why there is this obsession in the Labor Party to continue to talk about itself and its possibilities, you know, post whoever happens to be the leader at the time. I mean, surely it's just the most destabilising thing, and wouldn't it be better for people like Bob Hawke just to sort of cease and desist on that with that sort of talk?
Yeah.
Well,
and Bill Shorten and others, you know?
Obviously very worried about the way the party's travelling and the way the party leadership is handling itself. If they were performing, you wouldn't be having this kind of talk.
And if you're going to talk about it, don't do it within earshot of Julie Bishop.
Yeah, I think that's
okay. Well, that's the Sunday Papers, and we'll go straight now to our program guest, and of course it's the Minister for Climate Change, Greg Combet, who joins us from our Parliament House studios in Canberra.